how do I get this to spin? Okay, I don't know how to get this to how to expand.
It's almost like too much. Too much. It is, yeah. And then it's like the products that you normally use aren't working because it's just too much moisture.
Yeah.
You ready?
I actually use less
All right, everybody.
conditioner.
No, supposed to couple things over the weekend. I don't do a lot.
Sit down. Sit back. In the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I am in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I am in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I am in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. All right. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I want you all to know that your soul is welcome here. Your soul is always welcome here. And I want you to get that message loud and clear. What? My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome, regardless where you've been, regardless of what may have happened there. I want you to understand that my soul is welcome here. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Your soul is definitely welcome here. At this time, would you please join me as we declare our statement of being? And we will declare this together. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Because I want you all to know that here at Unity Church of Flint, we believe and teach that everyone is a spiritual being created in God's image. We also believe and teach that the Spirit of God lives within each person. Therefore, all people are inherently good. Now, see, sometimes that's kind of a hard concept to accept, that all people are inherently good. But we teach you that we've got to look beyond the appearance and see them for who they really are. And here, unity is a positive, practical, progressive approach to Christianity, which is based on the teachings of Jesus and Fillmorian theology. This teaching ministry honors the universal truths in all religions and respects each individual's right to choose a spiritual path. Here at Unity Church of Flint, we are committed to developing our 12 faculties of consciousness. In each month, we focus on one of these by emphasizing a disciple and a corresponding color. The spiritual idea for the month of July is understanding, which is the ability to know, to perceive, and apprehend. The disciple is Thomas, and he represents the ability to see beyond the appearance to the reality. Not the factuality, but the reality. And the corresponding color is gold. Therefore, this month, let us all remember to wear or carry something gold to remind us to be understanding, to be compassionate, and be kind to all as we behold the Christ in everyone. Today's soloist is our good friend, our good buddy, who Balcony loves to hear. So Balcony, here is your singer for today, Brad Clark.
Hold on, Brad. You know this thing don't act right. Have to know what we doing. Okay, can we do this thing here? There we go. Key changes. Boom. You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Lord, I come to you, let my heart be changed, renewed, flowing from the grace that I found in you. Lord, I've come to know weaknesses I see in me will be stripped away by the power of your love. Hold me close, let your love surround me, bring me near, draw me to your side, and as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love. Lord, unveil my eyes, let me see you face to face, the knowledge of your love as you live in me. Lord, renew my mind as your will unfolds in my life, you're living every day by the power of your love. Hold me close, let your love surround me. Bring me near, draw me to your side. And as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love. Hold me close, let your love surround me. Bring me near, draw me to your side. And as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love. And I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love. And I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love.
Thank you so much, Fred. You know, it's always a pleasure to have your vocal talents, and we really, really do appreciate you and everything that you are to this ministry. And I say that in gratitude, leading into this portion of the service, because we do know and understand that every time we are grateful for something and we express that gratitude, it multiplies and it increases. So therefore, if there is anything that you are grateful for, or that you have been working these principles or these things that you're learning in class, that you want to share how it is working in your life, this is your opportunity to do so.
Okay, that's you first. First of all, I'm very, very grateful that I got together with two of my friends that I've known since seventh grade. And we went up to the UP, and we went to Drama Valley, and it was a wonderful time. Drama Valley, it's on the other side of Mackinac Island. You can see Mackinac Island. And it was just beautiful and wonderful weather. We had fun. Great food. It was wonderful.
Oh, sure.
But there was something that happened this week that when I had to go into the bank inside, I don't usually do that, I usually do ATM. When I had to go to the bank, we had good conversations with the tellers and stuff, and then as I'm coming out, I had the door open, this lady that was coming in. She looks at me like really weird and says, "Well, thank you very much." And I just smiled and I kept walking, and I heard the next person go in, and he said, "Oh, well, thank you." And she said, "You're welcome." And then the next person came in, I was still listening as I was going to my car. Next person came in and said, "Oh, what a gentleman you are, thank you." And I said, "Well, if you're kind to somebody, it does spread." And I thought that was such a good lesson, you know? And that just made my day, it was real heartwarming.
Okay, great. Yes.
Hi,
Hi,
my name is Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony. And, well, it was a blessing. Now, a few days ago, I've been a walker for 3 years now. I haven't had a car since August 2020. But praise God, from more blessings flow. Next Monday, not tomorrow, but next Monday, I'm going to the Secretary of State to to Rob, oh, no, not Rob, but to go through driver assessment.
Okay.
My driver's license reestablished, so I can drive myself again and no longer get arrested for hitchhiking. I don't always get arrested, but I get a lot of complaints, you know. Well, for example, this lady here is not one of them. So anyway, praise God, the other day as I was walking, well, I live just a few blocks north of here, yeah. No, I'm not talking to you. Anyway, as I was walking, I was heading up to get to Meyer on Hill Road. Now, you know, that's probably about 4.5 miles. And you can see I don't need to lose weight. So as I was walking, I got up and there was somebody in the parking lot just getting ready to go out. So I assumed they were a good Samaritan, like we're all supposed to be, right?
Okay.
So I approached the truck and they called my name. They said, "Oh, hi, Tony." "What? How do you know me?" I said, "Well, you visited our church once." But I guess I did one time a couple years ago, I think it was. But anyway, well, not a couple years ago, maybe a year ago, or maybe 6 months ago, whatever. Anyway, she recognized me and smiled, and I told her my situation, you know, I was trying to get a ride up to Meyer and Hill Road. And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, all the seats were full of her and her brother, and, well, this Katie, Katie, her brother, and, her husband, maybe, or someone else was in the back seat, and the children. And of course, in the rear end, it was loaded up with weed. You know, this is the weed work around here. So, but praise God, you know what she said? She said, "Go ahead and continue walking up the road here. I'm going to go drop off the girls and come back and get you." Oh, okay.
That sounds like our Katie.
That's our, yeah.
That's our Katie. And Tony, we are so happy to have you in service with us today.
Oh,
Thank you
she's
so
really
much.
nice. She
And
said,
thank you so much for your gratitude. Is there anyone else? I know I was waiting on you.
No, my name is Tyona. I am really grateful. Shoot, I don't know. I don't know. Since I've been coming here to Unity Church, you know, I think, I believe that my spiritual development has grown since I've been here. And this dream series that Reverend is on, it just kind of ties into the type of work, the type of program that my other program that actually has a 12-step program too. And it kind of ties them together and it makes it even that much stronger. But since I've been coming here and Pastor, you got any prayers and stuff, and I've been putting them in the box and I've been staying diligent to something, to a plan that I had put together. And I was just looking at step 6 when it was, he talked about the definition of work is the activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result. And then he says, plan your work and then work your plan. And I have been doing that because I have been without a car since April. And a lot of good things happened with that because I was able to file small claims against them. And then they agreed that if I dropped my claim, they'd drop their claim. So my claim had more power because I took pictures and submitted it to the court of the problems I was having with the car. So, and that was a blessing. But in the meantime, that left me walking and catching a bus, depending on public transportation or paying for a lift or begging people to come give me, whatever. But the other day, Friday, I had put together a plan to pay off a creditor that I had due to a repossession of my sacrificing another one of my cars and giving her transportation. She let the car the car got towed, blah, blah, blah. So in the process, I still had to pay off a car that I had co-signed her for, still trying to help, that she had got repossessed. And in the process of paying that off, it kind of freed up, it kind of boosted my credit score a little bit. So I'm grateful that Friday, which is my payday, and due to me being responsible and committed to my plan, I managed purchasing me a car yesterday. Yay! So I am no longer walking. I have God has blessed me with a 2012 Ford Taurus. It's a real nice car. It drives me. I really like it. I really do. It's outside in the parking lot, so I'm no longer catching the bus. I can go where I want to go and do what I want to do, and all the things that I told God that I wanted to do, because I kept telling him, like, God, I need a car. I got great grand. It's things I want to do. I want to flourish, and I just felt like I was being, stifled, but at the same time, I was being disciplined, So even though in my frustration and me crying, I'm like, really,
So you
um,
can drive me to Fenton after church?
no, sir. I was able to, one of the things I wanted to do was spend time with my grandkids and my great grandkids. So yesterday was my own personal grandparents' day. I went and picked up, I had my great granddaughter. I got a grandson that stays in Lansing, but he came down here because he's running track. So I got two grandsons that's in track. He's 11 years old and he ran the 400, the 800 and something else yesterday. And then I was able to go get his big brother, who the one that I was told you that got the scholarship for track, who came to support him at track and train him. And he's there. My grandson, the oldest, he'll be 19 on the 27th. So I went and picked him up, and he came out and trained with his little brother and practiced with his little brother. So I had two of my grandkids and my great granddaughter, and I just had a wonderful day all day yesterday. And those are the things that I've been wanting to do and that I haven't been able to do. So I'm very grateful that I stayed committed to my plan, and I planned to work, and then I worked the plan.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And we are so proud of you. And we can actually see the growth that you have been making. That's
Thank you.
wonderful. Yes, Ms. Mary.
I'm grateful for the love and the support that I have received from my congregation here, in many, many ways. And also, I've been planning some stuff and asking God, is this the plan I'm supposed to operate under? I walked into the class last Thursday. Well, I didn't walk in, I know. That's the beauty of the whole thing, virtual. And the lesson for that day, week, life, lose them and let them go. And I said, woo, okay. It was time for me to go through that part of the plan. I call that refining your plan. Sometimes we do have to revise what we have planned to do to see if it's workable or if it's the right thing for all involved. And so I then took out my pencil, started scratching out in my head and revising stuff. And it was just magnificent to me how all things work together.
For the good to serve the Lord. That's
Those
right.
who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose.
Hey, baby.
Thank you. All right, is there anyone else gratitude to you? Yes, Carmen.
I am grateful that I woke up this morning and got dressed.
I know that's right.
And arrived to church.
All right.
And so is Mary.
So,
I said, and so is Mary grateful.
Wonderful. Okay, then if that's all the gratitude for today, I'm going to turn it over to our board president, Dee, for the announcements.
Thank you, Reverend Brian.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Announcements for today. The July and August daily words are available on the welcome table. We're in a little plastic receptacle. Our new member class will begin today. So everybody beware. The class will be about 1 hour after the morning service. So that means it'll last an hour or
Yes.
just wait an hour?
No, the class will last about an hour.
After the service. Everyone is welcome and encouraged to attend, regardless of how long you've been a member, or if you're not sure if you want to become a member. So please come and stay with us for the class. This class will help you in whatever spiritual direction you choose. It will help you make up your mind if you're not sure. Our weekly prayer and meditation is now on Tuesday at 11 a.m. In the past, it was at noon, but this week, Tuesday, 11 o'clock in the morning. Tuesday and Thursday evenings, our church building is open at 7 p.m. to the public for an open NA meeting. Please be sure to mark your calendar. Our next class, How I Use Truth by Emily Cady, has begun. It is held on Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and will be offered in hybrid format. That means you can get class attendance via Zoom or on mobile phone.
Yeah.
The link to the class will be found on the church's website, unityofflint.org. No registration fee will be required. However, a love offering will be received at the end of each class. Our last game day was very successful. The next one will be August 4th. That's Friday. Is it a Friday?
Yes, that's on a Friday.
At 3 p.m. here in the church. So calling all card sharpers. There's a challenge to Reverend Brian, I believe.
Yes.
And Katie. Katie Collins. Yeah. August 4th, Friday at 3 p.m. Is there anything I've forgotten or left out? Anyone can think of anything else?
Board meeting.
There's a board meeting Thursday, but we need to hash out some details. I talked to Mary and we'll talk about it after the service.
Okay.
Anything else? All right, thank you. I'll turn it back over. Oh, daily word. For Sunday, July 23rd, the word for today is renewed. I am restored by the Spirit of God within me. Renewal is part of the rhythm of daily life. Eating and drinking to nourish and replenish my body, resting to quiet my mind, and sleeping after a day of activity are all ways to renew myself. But sometimes those efforts aren't quite enough to sustain me. At times when I feel drained at depth, I may need spiritual renewal. God, one presence and power is with me always. But it is up to me to keep my awareness of God strong. When I awaken, I say a prayer of blessing for what the day will bring. Throughout the day, I feel God's presence all around me. When I prepare for sleep, I say a prayer of gratitude for all the day has brought. In God, I am renewed moment by moment and day by day. From 2 Corinthians 4, verse 18, we look not at what can be seen, but at what cannot be seen. For what can be seen is temporary, but what cannot be seen is eternal.
Thank you. I am making a slight adjustment to the order of service for today. Reason being, I want us to really concentrate and focus on some things for this dream series. There are some details that have been given about this series, about these lessons. The lessons themselves have been very dynamic and very powerful. However, in order for them to all work together, I wanted to take some time to show you how they all interact. So we're going to look at what we've done so far, put it together, and as Ty and Reverend Mary have both said from previous messages, plan your work and then work your plan. Okay. There are 12 steps, there are 12 guides, there are 12 components to having your dreams become a reality. So as we're looking at what a dream is, I want us to understand that what we're talking about with this dream, it's not something that happens to you, these images that we have while we're asleep. Because that's what most people think about when we talk about a dream. But for this particular set of lessons, this group of lessons, we're talking about a strongly desired goal or purpose. Something that you have deep down inside of you that is just itching, that's just wanting to burst forth. Now, I don't know what it is for you. It might be a book that you want to write. It might be a business that you want to start. But what is that strongly desired goal or that purpose that you have? So when we're talking about that goal, now I want you to understand that a dream is a little bit more than a goal, because a goal is something that you strive to achieve or accomplish. Now that's fine, because we all have things that we want to achieve. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
We all have things that we want to accomplish. However, when it moves into the realm of actually being a dream, and what we're talking about here is that something that comes from the innermost part of your heart. From that innermost part of you, it's about you becoming or unfolding into your greatest self. That's what we're talking about when we're saying this dream. What is it that is going to take for you to become your greatest self? Another way to describe or to talk about what a dream is we have to ask ourselves very, very clearly, what is the universe's intention that seeks to live through you? What is the universe's intention that seeks to live through me? That's important. That's powerful. What is the universe's intention that seeks to live through me? Let's do that one together. Come on. What is the universe's intention that seeks to live through me? Now that's something that only you can answer. Because a lot of times people want to put it down is it to what you do, your occupation. But there is something so much more to that. Not just what you do, but it's the why you do it.
That answers the question and I did not know.
Mm-hmm. So why is that yours? Now see, everyone, every person, every individual has a dream. And the wonderful thing about it that I am so excited about is that everybody doesn't have the same dream. Everybody doesn't have the same goal. And what we teach here in this teaching ministry is to respect every person's dream. Never to downgrade or belittle someone else's dream just because it's not the same one that you have. Our scriptural base that we worked with in the beginning of this is that from Proverbs that says, without a vision, the people perish.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, there must be some type of vision. There must be something that you are working for, because if you are not working towards something, that's when you perish. You're just existing at that point. We're never really living. Now, these are the guides, or the dream guides, the steps that we looked at. I believe these belong to Ty, these my mine.
Uh-uh.
Okay. There are some dream guides. There are some steps that we've already given on how to materialize that dream, or how to manifest that dream, or how to bring it into manifestation, or to bring it into our lives and to live that dream. The first one that we looked at was desire. Say desire.
Desire.
Say desire.
Desire.
Say desire.
Desire.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You see, some people just have a desire. That's just a basic want that they would like to have. Or, oh, it would really be
You want to
nice.
play with the toys?
But when we get down to that real show enough desire, that is that burning within you to have it. Okay, that's what we're talking about. That's where that dream, where that goal crosses that threshold into becoming a desire. Okay? The next step is once we have that desire, this is one of the most crucial guides or steps or components to the dream series is a decision.
Mm-hmm.
You have a decision to make. Do you really want this dream? Is it a real desire? The decision has to be, how bad do you want it? And are you going to do what it actually takes to have it come true? See, some folks, sometimes we're not willing to do whatever it takes. We'd like to have it, and we just decide. Let me put it this way. Not making a decision is a decision.
Right.
Yes.
Are you going to do what it takes to get it done? You see, we talk about our spirituality, we talk about growing, but are you going to decide to do what it takes? That means come into class. Yes, I said it. That means making that decision to grow spiritually means to study, as scripture says, to show thyself approved. We got to make that decision that, yes, I'm going to do this. See, the decision-making process is a very, very key component to having your dream become a reality. Now, asking. This is the one that gets a lot of people rubbed the wrong way, because their whole concept behind asking means trying to get something from somebody else or get something from somewhere else. That is not the new thought or the unity way we look at the word asking. Asking from a real metaphysical standpoint means, to write this down, to claim, to declare. That's what it's all about. Asking means to claim or to declare what is already yours by right of consciousness. Oops. You see, sometimes we want to claim something, but we haven't done the things we need to do in consciousness in order to get it. And when we don't get it because our consciousness is not right, that's when some people, I'm not going to talk to anybody in here, I'm going to talk to the virtual audience, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Because this is what makes this teaching so different and so powerful. If you're not living your dream, if you're not experiencing everything that you want, everything that God says you're supposed to have, it's not that you don't have it because the devil
Took it from you.
It's not because God is withholding something from you.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you have not developed a consciousness for it. Yes, it is a hard pill to swallow, because we want to think that it's the economy's fault. We want to think it's the governor's fault. We want to say it's the political party's fault. But it's about our own consciousness. See, this is what all this dream series is all about. You want your dream to be a reality. Here is another major aspect, another major guide of it is love. So you got to love your dream. And we have to understand that love is a magnet of the universe, and love will give, draw, and cement all of the substance that is necessary for your dream. If the things that are necessary for your dream to be a reality are not there, it means or simply is there's not enough love that you are expressing. As Brad sang earlier today, it's the power of love. The power of love is the attracting, it's the magnetizing power of the universe. This is how your dreams become a reality. Next guy is faith. Now, I'm not giving these in any particular order because sometimes we get the order. I have to do this, then I have to do that, and then I have to do the other. You see, all of these steps are all interwoven with each other. Faith is crucial to the materialization of your dream. Do you really believe it? If you can really, really believe it, if your faith is in your dream, you will have it. But what happens a lot of times is that our faith is not in the dream. The faith is in some people. Ouch. The faith is in what the doctor's diagnosis has been. Hello. The faith is in what other people have done. Do you really believe that you can have it? I don't care what nobody else says. I don't care what anybody else has or has not done. But the materialization of your dream is based on your faith, not nobody else's. But you all know, you know the scripture, that faith without work is what? Dead. That's why this dream series is so important and so powerful, because you must work. 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 That's the thing about it. In order for your dream to become a reality, you cannot just sit around passively and just expect it to happen and fall out of the sky. There are some things you got to do. Another very, very key point is our thoughts. Our thought process. What do you think about yourself? What do you think about God? What do you think? What is your thought process? What is your dominant thought? Now, here's how you answer that question. This is why I said all of these are interwoven. You want to know what your dominant thought process is? Look at the things you say. Look at your conversations. And not always just your conversations, but the simple little catchphrases that you use on a regular or daily basis. If our thought process is health, but our words that we use are always about how sick you are of the things that are going on, the universe is like, well, make up your mind. Well, what is it? God is the source of my supply. Now, that's a thought process. But everything that comes out of your mouth is what we ain't got. The universe is like, well, whenever you make up your mind. See, with the thoughts and the words match. that's when the dream becomes a reality. Now, let's go. We went through 8 of our steps. We went through 8 of our guides. Now, we're going to deal with 9 and 10 today. And I can put both of these together. And I'm placing both of these together because they do go hand in hand. Listen and accept. To listen simply means, this is I always use Webster before, but you know, Webster's kind of like on the back burner now. We have to use Google. Google has put it this way, that to listen means to give one's attention to a sound. Now, there's something that we have to look at when we give one's attention to a sound. There are sounds that we hear on a regular basis that can be very distracting. Right, Carmen? Right, Tony? There are some sounds that can be very distracting. So during the message, this is a very, very sacred and important part of the service. So the distractions, the sounds that we hear can be distracting. That happens in our daily lives on a regular basis. There are some things that happen that distract us. What are some of those sounds that we hear? What are some of the things that distract you? We're listening sometimes to the wrong thing. They're distracting us because we give that sound our attention. We also want to look at the word hear. The sounds that get our attention, we, look at this, perceive with the ear the sound made by someone or something. When it comes to listen, okay, hear is to perceive with the ear the sound made by someone or something. When it comes to living your dream, there's a thing that we must do called listen. There are things that are said, there are directions that are given that we don't perceive the sound that's being made. I'm going to use a personal experience just to show you how we don't perceive the sounds that we hear. Driving with a GPS is one of the greatest spiritual experiences that anyone can ever have. Because in traffic, if the GPS says to you, exit at exit 53 and turn right, and you keep going, the GPS will tell you exit at exit 54 and turn right. But if you don't listen,
You keep going.
if we're not perceiving the sound that's coming into the ear, we keep going.
Rerouting.
The GPS will say again, listen, exit at exit 56 and turn right. And we keep going. And then, once we pass exit 56, we stuck in traffic. Yeah. You didn't listen. Now,
You did that?
That's what happens to us in our lives. Spirit is telling us, is giving us directions, what to do, where to turn, and then if we don't listen, if we don't hear what has been said, then we want to wonder why. Here it is, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm stuck in life. I'm stuck in the hospital. I'm stuck in debt. I'm stuck with guilt. It's about listening. In order to live your dream, we must learn how to listen. The conversations that we have are very, very important. One of the reasons I believe there is a big issue. Now, how do I say this? Listening is a skill that everybody just does not have.
That's right. Yep.
It is a skill to be able to listen. Because what happens or what people do is there's no opportunity to hear what the other individual is saying, because while they are talking, what is happening, what's going on in the back of your mind is what you're going to say. But then you haven't even heard everything that the other person is saying, because you got in your mind, okay, I done heard 2-3 words, now this is what I'm going to say as soon as they shut up. And I wish they would shut up so I can say what I got to say. The reason I believe some relationships do not last is because one or more parties have not developed the skill or the art of actually listening.
All right now.
I'm going to put it this way. Let's go scripture on it. Because see, sometimes I do understand that some people don't want to hear what I got to say. So let's go to the Bible. Because that's what people are going to listen to. So let's see how it's said in the Bible. In the book of Proverbs, it says like this: a wise man will hear and will increase his learning. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. See how important it is to listen? We have to learn to listen with our ear and not our mouth.
Yeah.
There's an old saying, and I don't remember exactly where it came from or who said it first or anything like that. But it is said that God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. That you are to hear, you are to listen more than you talk. But some just talk, and don't stop to listen. Not me that said it. Let's look at the Bible, the book of James. Because that's going to give people more, that's going to have more credibility. Wherefore, my beloved brother, let every man be swift to hear and slow to speak. You're supposed to listen more than you talk. If you're going to develop into that spiritual being and to live your dream, you must be willing to listen more than you talk. Now, I said we're going to get 2 of these guys, 9 Guide 9 or step 9 is to listen. Guide 10 is to accept. To accept means to consent to receive the thing offered. Consent to receive the thing offered. Consent to receive what? What you have heard. Accept means believing or coming to realize an opinion, explanation as valid or correct. There are some things that we listen to that we do not accept, or we have not yet accepted. Case in point, we've heard God is the source of my supply. But have we really accepted that? We've heard, we've listened. You've been around long enough to have heard when, excuse me, Myrtle Fillmore said, I'm a child of God, I do not inherit sickness. We've heard that, but the thing is, have we accepted it? And you know what you have accepted by, that's why I went through all of these steps in the dream series. You know whether you've accepted it by the things that you say. If you have accepted that God is your health, there is nothing that can make you nervous or get on your nerves. All I'm doing is giving you principle. And this is where the acceptance is so important, that you recognize or that you come to realize this is true, this is correct. All I can do is give you principle. Now it's up to you to accept it. And when you accept it, here's the key to acceptance. You do something with it. How many have been given, let's say, I'm about to tell on myself. I'm really gonna tell on myself. Have been given a gift, and you said, "Oh, thank you." And right now, you can't remember where it is in your house. I was given a gift and I accepted it, okay, and it is somewhere in the shed at the house, and it would take me a while to dig underneath all of that stuff that's in that shed to go and actually find it and put my hand on it. When you accept something, it means that you use it. Are you hearing? Are you listening? In order for your dream to become a reality, you must listen. You must hear. Joyce Sykes, I'm just talking to the balcony right now. Joyce Sykes, Josephine Pallins, Velma, Will Murray. I don't know if all of you all are watching today. There are some people who are very, very important in my life, and have been in my life for the longest time. I'm going to say Joyce Sykes. I knew her from the time I was a child. And Joyce Sykes is the city minister of Church of People by Christ in Chicago, Illinois. Her mother, the Reverend Dr. Elizabeth Atkins,
who was a very, very prolific writer, penned some very, very important words. I had said to you earlier that we're going to change the order of service. Reverend Dr. Elizabeth Atkins wrote a song that I'm bringing into, not to tell, that I'm bringing into the service today. We did not, and I moved the meditation to this point, to be the point of service, because I wanted us all to really get this concept of listening and hearing. So now, if there are any prayer requests that you have, I would like you to bring them at this time, because the words to this song that Reverend Mary is going to sing is going to help solidify every prayer request. And Greg, will you get us ready for meditation with the lights, please? Thank you. I did not fill out a prayer request slip for today, but I'm asking you all to bring my family in Columbus in prayer today. My uncle was taken to the hospital yesterday, and his breathing was not good. So I'm declaring perfect outworking of the breathing.
Shush. I want you to be quiet.
This is our time to center ourselves. And I want you to listen, give attention to the sounds, to the words in this particular song, and then accept them, because this is so very true.
Can you hear Spirit calling? Take the high road. It's the upward way in life. Can you hear it say, there's no sickness? Can you hear it say, there's no pain? Can you hear it say, there's no sorrow? Take the high road. It's the upward. Can you hear it say, there's no danger? Can you hear it say, no confusion? Can you hear it say, prayer is the answer. Take the high road. It's the only way now. Can you hear Spirit calling? Can you hear Spirit calling? Take the high road. Let's stay up.
This is your personal appointment with God to turn within and listen to God. Withdraw your attention from anything that's going on outside, anything that went on last week, last year. Right now, focus only on the voice of God. Listen to the still, small voice within inside of you, telling you to take the high road, telling you that you are my beloved child in whom I am well pleased. Todd, just play that again, please. Thank you. Can you hear Spirit calling? Can you hear Spirit saying, there is no confusion? Can you hear Spirit say, take the high road? Can you hear Spirit saying, there is no sickness? Can you hear Spirit? Hearing Spirit is the only way. Now, in order to hear Spirit, means that we close our ear to any other sound. In order to hear Spirit, means that we close our attention on anything that is a distraction. This is your time to listen to Spirit. Sometimes you just have to become still and not say a word. Sometimes it just causes you to be quiet and say nothing. Just listen to God. Listen to Spirit. And we turn everything over to the Spirit of God, knowing that I of myself can do nothing. God, I give it all over to you, knowing that it is already done. It is already complete. And I declare this to be true in the name and through the power that is the name of our master teacher and elder prophet, Jesus the Christ. Amen and amen. Thank you. Now, as we bring our attention back to this place, and this time we now close this time of prayer and meditation. And let us now sing together our thoughts, our prayers.
Our thoughts are rest, and we always pray. Our thoughts are rest. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer.
Thank you so much. And to the Atkins family, I know there are some names that I missed, and one of those names I just thought about during meditation, and that's Reverend Maria. So out of yes, so Reverend Maria, for all of the family of Reverend Dr. Elizabeth Atkins, we thank you for sharing that gift from your mother to us, and I'm glad that we were able to share that gift back to you and to show you our appreciation for the wonderful work that Reverend Atkins has done. If you would now please prepare for our love offering, our tithes. Thank you, Dee, so much for reminding me. It was on my mind to say something, and I think that was what it is. There is going to be, I don't think it's going to be next Sunday. Sunday to kind of prepare yourself for it. But I had a wonderful experience in Chicago on Thursday. And with our technology and with our setup, there's going to be, my mind was just stretched after seeing some of the things. I mean, I knew it was all possible, and I knew that it could be done. I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what pieces of equipment were needed. And now that I know what equipment does what and where it needs to sit, it validates what we had already talked about doing, is rearranging the seating here in the sanctuary. And the seating is going to be rearranged. I'm not sure, like I said, I don't think it's gonna be next Sunday, because I'm still looking at the map and the design in my head, especially based on what I learned as to where the YouTube camera should be. And how, I don't even know the price on this yet, but I'm trusting God on this. There is a piece of equipment, and I knew it had to exist somewhere, and I learned what it is, where we can broadcast to YouTube and Facebook with one camera using one piece of equipment.
Wow, yeah.
I knew it was possible. And I learned what the piece of equipment is. I also learned, excuse me, what connections need to go from that particular camera or from that particular device to the mixing board, so that our virtual audience gets a better sound quality. I always knew it was possible, but seeing that is going to help dictate how the chairs are set up as to where what we're going to need to do with our sound booth that was built custom made, for here. So I'm going to have to do some work with that, but there's some things that are going to happen. But we are going to be rearranging the seating, not next Sunday. So relax. When you come in next Sunday, it'll be like this. But more than likely, the Sunday after is going to be different. Excuse me. Because this is all about reaching our dream. It's about this vision for us to move forward and to make things a little more aesthetically pleasing for our virtual audience, because our virtual audience is such a major and vital part of Unity Church of Flint, just as much as everyone in-house is a major part of this. And your financial contributions, your tithes, your love offerings, your supporting gifts help us to continue this message. So if you would please, however you have come prepared to give, or however you have been directed to give, please join me in consciousness as we bless that money substance. Together, please, divine love through me blesses and increases all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. There is a Mary Carmen, there is a basket I know somewhere for those of you who are in-house that can place your love offering in as you are leaving the building. Katie is not here today, and Katie had invited Tony to sing today. And what I'm going to do, Tony, is I want Katie to hear you. So what I'm going to do is, because we've gone over our time today, I'm going to ask you to come back next Sunday and let's have you sing when Katie is here. I want her to
do it now and next week.
No, we want to close out now. That's my decision. We're going to have you sing next Sunday and not today. If you would, please, now where you are, let us stand. Being mindful of where the cameras are, let us prepare to sing our peace song. Thank you. And virtual audience, yes, Annie is here. You didn't see her up here today, but my sidekick, my ace boom cool, my right hand, my left hand, and my pinky toe. That's all I need. So now, let us sing the peace song together.
Uh-oh. I'm coming. Okay.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it be with me. And together our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Yay, God! Hey, girl, how you?
God is love.
Did you get back to